John Hennessey on 300-mile-per-hour record. It's not if, it's when. The outspoken Texan is aiming for the goal with his street-legal Venom F5. At the Geneva Auto Show earlier this spring, the big U.S. automakers didn't have much of a presence. Ford and Fiat Chrysler automobiles were there, but with only the Euro-focused parts of their portfolios. General Motors wasn't in attendance at all, nor was its former Opel subsidiary, which was sold to PSA in 2017. Yet there was a small corner of Texas in the convention center, with Hennessey making its first appearance at the Swiss show. The company's stand had only one model on it, the styling buck of the forthcoming Venom F5 that we saw at the 2017 SEMA show. We have already reported the company's claims for that car in some detail. But we did get a chance to catch up with CEO John Hennessey for some more detail of his plans to use the forthcoming $1.6 million model to break the 300-mile-per-hour barrier and reclaim the title of fastest street-legal car in the world. It's a title that Hennessey is keen to have back. Although it didn't meet the standards necessary for a Guinness World Record, the 270.5-mile-per-hour one-way speed set by the Lotus-based Hennessey Venom GT at the Kennedy Space Center in 2014 made it the fastest ever street-legal car at the time. But that record was taken last year by the Koenigsegg RS's 277.9 miles per hour, set as a two-way average on a section of closed highway in Nevada. While he acknowledges that bettering that figure won't be easy, Hennessey insists that 300 miles per hour is a realistic target for what will be his company's first purpose-built supercar. For our clients, being the fastest really matters. They want it to be the best, he said. The last car went 270 miles per hour and was still pulling, but it had a massive amount of downforce and drag. It had a coefficient of drag of 0.44. The new car is completely its own car, completely bespoke, completely Hennessey. Simply adding power to the GT's engine was ruled out as impractical, with Hennessey saying the F5's drag coefficient will be a far more slippery 0.33. To go 300 miles per hour with a car with that much drag would take 2,500 horsepower, and that's not reality for a road car. So we knew we needed to have a car that was more aerodynamically efficient but would still have sufficient downforce for road and track driving, Hennessey said. We're not looking to build a McLaren, P1 GTR or Senna GTR experience for our clients. This is not a dedicated track car, but a proper road car. Hence his confidence that 1,600 horsepower from a custom-built twin-turbocharged 80-liter V8 will be sufficient to get the job done. That was the number we decided we needed, Hennessey explained. By our calculations, We can hit 300 miles per hour with less than 1,600 horsepower, but I always like to feel I've got more power in case it's hot or we're running at higher altitude. But it's not been a lack of power that has had doubters doubting, but the company's claims that street-legal tires will be able to withstand the forces involved in traveling 1 mile in just 12 seconds. We're working with Michelin. Christian van Koenigsegg and his guys are working with them, too, Hennessey said. We just had a conversation. Michelin is going to give us their full technical support to make sure we have a proper tire for the speeds we want to run. What really matters is the load capacity of the tire and what load is being generated on the tire at each corner. To all these internet experts who think there's no way a tire can go 300 miles per hour in a road car, it depends on what you're intending to do with it. Hennessey says the plan is to set a one-off record, not to create a car that owners will regularly take to similar speeds. If you're intending to go 300 miles per hour for 20 miles, I don't really know where you can do that. When we do the record, it will be up to speed and air for a few seconds, and then we'll come back down and that will be the end of the run. We never intended to drive for 5,000 miles and hit potholes and then make that kind of a run. One of the few questions Hennessey doesn't have an answer for is where, exactly, such a high-speed run will take place, although he looks likely to follow Koenigsegg's example and use public highways. Ideally, it would be Texas. We'd love to do it there, he said, or maybe we'll go back up to the road to Nevada where Christian ran. He had the balls to come and take our record in the US, so maybe we should take it back there. How about a trip to Koenigsegg's home turf in Sweden? I thought about going to Sweden, but it's always cold and rainy and I don't know where we could run over there, Hennessey said. Christian can't run in Sweden, and I don't think we can, either. I really admire what those guys did, and I think it's great we're having this conversation about which car can do 300 miles per hour first, whether it's us, Bugatti, Koenigsegg, or someone else. We're very open about our intentions and very confident of our competence in being able to do it. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when.